All right, I'm going over blood work here. All right, I've been telling people I had 3 videos planned this week. One was just the total gym video, the legs with me, which I did. Which, by the way, wasn't very popular. I have to be careful about doing leg training in the future. I'm always very surprised and happy that so many people request leg training because it's kind of an old adage that everybody wants to train upper body and nobody wants to train legs. And then I get so many people asking for leg training videos, and I get excited, like, yeah, people are training legs. And then I do the video, and it gets horrible performance. Like, nobody watches it. So I need to be hesitant with my leg training videos in the future, maybe. But anyway, then I said that I needed to do a video on, oh, what was it? Oh yeah, coming soon is the total gym accessories that I'm making, which I'll talk more about that later. But then the third video I wanted to make, which I'm just going to turn into a live video now, is my future plans and updates and stuff. So I have a bad habit when I try to summarize my background or history. I kind of ramble, so I'm going to actually really chop it down short. For anybody who doesn't know, I used to be a competitive powerlifter. I went pretty far. I'd set state records when I was 18 years old, and I was on Team USA by the time I was 21. I've competed on multiple continents, but I ended up having a kid, and my priorities shifted, and I got out of powerlifting. And I've also have a long history of injuries. When I was younger, I'll just say I have a lot of grit. I have a very bad habit of not caring about the consequences to my actions and not caring about my longevity, and instead just like pulling out all the stops and doing whatever it takes to accomplish a goal. And because of that, I have a long history of injuries and getting hurt, which are all easily prevented. I was just being an idiot. But anyway, the last time I got blood work done was 4 years ago in September of 2019. And that's what I have right here. At that clinic, they break it down into these 3 little sheets. I don't know how much you can see, but it's a full blood panel. They go through everything: red blood cell count, white blood cell count. They look at your thyroid function, look at the proteins and the sugars, the everything, the bacterials, the troponin. They look at the platelets, the aluminum, globulin. They look at the uric acids, creatine levels, everything. And 4 years ago was when I was officially leaving the whole like serious training thing. And I did a final blood work test, and it showed that my uric acid was a bit high. So I was like at the risk for gout, and I was kind of borderline with bad on my cholesterol. And my white blood cell count was elevated. But anyway, I have future plans now. Again, a super condensed version is that last year, early 2019, I got super hurt, had a pretty bad injury, and that injury actually led to a domino effect. One injury led to another, which led to another, which led to another. I ended up having a long list of injuries all right next to each other. And throughout most of 2019, I actually couldn't walk. For about 6 months, I was stuck in a chair. And then I spent 3 months after that doing heavy rehabilitation multiple times a day, every day, just getting to the point where I could actually go back to work and just be a functioning human being again. And on October 21st of 2019, I entered the gym to take it easy but try to get myself healthy. By December, the end of December 2019, I was using barbells and free weights. And then basically in March of 2020, you guys started seeing me upload these, getting back to total gym videos with like the total gym hacks and everything. And at this point, I've been training kind of casually just for health more than anything. So I haven't really cared about having low body fat or big muscles or anything else. I just kind of trained to be healthy. But it's now coming up on 1 year since I've entered back into the gym, and I decided to go and get my blood work done again for the first time in 4 years. And the good news is that I've succeeded in becoming more healthy. Everything is perfect. My cholesterol, my my thyroid function, everything is perfect. The only thing that stands out as a little strange is my testosterone levels. I don't have a genetic propensity to being big and strong. I have to really grind and work hard for all my results. Some guys are just naturally muscle bound, but I'm not one of them. So I always suspected that maybe my natural testosterone was a little bit lower than average. And if you don't know what average is, when they when they test your testosterone, they look at the nanograms of testosterone per deciliter of blood. And if you're an American man, or most Western men, basically the range goes from 275 to 1,000. So if you have less than 275 nanograms of testosterone, it means that you officially have like low testosterone, and they want to put you on testosterone replacement therapy. Like they actually want to have a medical intervention to give you more testosterone. Because if you're a man with low testosterone, it actually has some pretty bad health side effects. It can actually hurt you. And if they test your blood and it shows that you have over 1,000 nanograms of testosterone, then it means that you're using steroids. Like it's nobody, no matter what their genetics are, nobody has over 1,000 nanograms of testosterone naturally. So they'll know that you're using synthetic means to achieve higher testosterone levels. But the average Western man has 675 nanograms of testosterone per deciliter of blood. I did all my blood work, but where I scroll down to testosterone, we'll look over here. I'll actually highlight both of them for you, see if I can show you with a light. Let's see. It says right there, testosterone, scroll over, it is at 500. 500 on the money. So I have 500 nanograms of per deciliter of testosterone, which means that I don't have low testosterone, but it's lower than the average American, which isn't surprising to me. It makes sense based on my history. But anyway, I got the blood work done because I wanted to make sure that I was healthy enough to start for my future plans. My future plans are that I actually want to compete in my very first strongman competition. I always wanted to compete strongman ever since I was a little kid, and would stay up late. I'd sneak downstairs instead of being in bed, and I'd turn on the TV and I'd see the world's strongest man on ESPN. And I always wanted to compete strongman. But at least when I was growing up, I never came across it. Like I've never actually seen a strongman competition in person. I've never been to one. I never even knew of any that were available to compete in. So when I was younger and I wanted to get into strength sports, the only thing that seemed available that was actually accessible to me was powerlifting. That's why I became a powerlifter, because I wanted to be a strongman, but I couldn't get into it. I didn't know where to go or where to compete. I didn't know any strongmen. It seemed like this thing that was kind of impossible to get into where I was at. So I just did powerlifting instead. But in my head, I always thought, man, I want to be a strongman competitor, because truth be told, I'm actually really bad when it comes to traditional lifts like barbell, bench press, and squat and deadlift. But if it comes to odd lifts like maneuvering oddly shaped objects, I have a natural talent for that. I'm very good at manipulating objects. So I've decided, I already sat down, I had this serious talk with my wife, and we've started arranging things and changing things around. But I have now, starting this week, I've changed my diet. I'm now bringing in more calories. I've upped the amount of, not only the calories, but the protein. I'm starting to manipulate my blood sugars a little bit as far as the timing, so I can have basically the amount of carbohydrates or sugars that I have at what times of day in correlation with my training, so I can kind of time my insulin responses to correlate with my training and help improve my performance. My training is now shifting over to heavy training and specialty training. So as a powerlifter, or not as a powerlifter, I did more bench press, but as a strongman competitor, it's going to be much more about overhead pressing power. And, as a powerlifter, it's just standard deadlift. But as a strongman competitor, you have to be able to deadlift. Sometimes it's a stiff bar, sometimes it's a really whippy flexible bar, sometimes it's down low to the ground, sometimes it's up high, sometimes it's neutral handles. There's a lot of grip strength that comes into play. A lot of it is endurance based, so it's not just lifting something heavy, it's lifting it heavy for as many reps as possible, or it's lifting it and then holding it as long as possible. So I'm changing my training up to that now. And basically I'm just going to play it by ear. I have certain numbers that I want to hit and I have certain points that I want to get to. And once I feel like I'm strong enough to do well at a competition, I'm going to book a flight back to the US, and I'm going to enter a strongman competition in the United States. And of course, I'll do a video of that. But in the meantime, if you notice that I start uploading additional videos, like so far I upload one video a week. It's every Sunday I upload a video. It's typically total gym stuff, but I'm probably going to start uploading 2 videos a week. Like one is going to be my typical Sunday upload, which is total gym. But then maybe on Wednesdays or a different day of the week, I'm going to upload something that's about like my personal training vlog. So you'll see me progress through my training as I get bigger and stronger, and kind of my victories and my setbacks. And I'll vlog the whole trip back to the US, and I'll record the entire competition process. But that's what's happening with me. If you notice that I'm getting bigger and stronger, it's not because I suddenly started taking steroids. It's just because that's my goal now. I'm manipulating my diet and my training to accomplish that. And if you start to notice that I'm gaining some body fat, it's not because I don't know how to diet, or it's not because I'm being lazy. It's because I'm taking a lot more calories and I'm trying to put on some weight. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and update everybody on that. Also, I'm still going to do total gym videos, but I need some ideas on what kind of other videos people want to see, because I have an entire home gym at my disposal now. I can do general training videos for people that are going to a commercial gym, or I could do videos that instead of they're about general fitness, they could be specifically about tips for powerlifters, or tips for strength training, or tips for bodybuilding specifically. It just seems like there's a lot more potential for videos that I could do, but it seems like in the past 6 to 9 months, a lot of the subscribers I've been getting have been total gym specifically. And anytime I upload a video that's not related to total gym, I inevitably get some kind of fallout, and people freak out and start asking me like why I'm not uploading total gym videos anymore. So I also need to hear if there's other types of videos that my subscriber base deems acceptable. But anyway, I see I have like 3 people watching right now, but I haven't seen any comments. So does anybody have any questions? Is there anything anybody wants to talk about while I'm here and while I've got you here? I don't know who's watching, but oh, by the way, this is Moon Festival in Taiwan, so we have a long weekend, 4-day weekend right now. All right, well, I got some ghost viewers. I got some people watching. Nobody's talking. All right. Well, I need to actually make a video for one of my viewers named Kimberly. She needs. I need to make her some videos specifically on her training for her form, and how she's going to do her exercises and things like that. So I'm going to hop off here, go make those videos for Kimberly, and send them her way. And I'll go ahead and just send this live video to being a permanent video on my channel. And if you have questions or comments or feedback, leave it down below, because I always read all the comments. And I don't know. Guess that's it. Talk to you guys later.